Hey Bern, hey Seth, welcome on. How are we going today? Just wait another couple minutes, see if we can get a few more people on. 4 people, 5 people. Yeah, it is rather nice today. Bit hot for running though. Wouldn't want to be going for a run just yet. Okay. Who else have we got watching? Hey Mum, afternoon. Okay. Oh yeah, it would have been really nice this morning. Really clear and quite a lot cooler this morning. I'm sure this morning was very nice for running. Did you go around the estuary, Burn, or not around there? Okay, well, might just get started and we'll go from there. People will jump in as we go along. Okay, so. Okay, have a stand at the end of your mat. Take your feet about shoulder width apart. Okay, take a nice deep breath in. As you're breathing out, just drop that chin in towards the chest. Collapsing in that stomach and just dropping down towards the ground. Stretching with those hands down towards the ground. Taking a breath in, come back up towards your knees. Breathing out and dropping back down towards your toes. And again, coming up towards your knees. Breathing out and diving back down. And again, coming up towards your knees. Breathing out and dropping back down. Okay, walk your hands towards the top of your mat. Take your hips up nice and high towards the ceiling. With that left foot, step forward to the outside of your left hand. Okay, it's a nice long lunge. I want you to drop that left elbow to the ground if you can. So trying to drop that left elbow as low to the ground as you can. Then take that left arm all the way up towards the ceiling. So turning away up towards the sky. So turning towards that front knee. And then dropping back down with that elbow. And up again. So coming right up towards the sky. And dropping back down. Of course, if you want, you can drop that back knee off the ground. Do the same thing. Back down, so dropping that elbow down. And then again, coming up nice and high. Okay, place that left hand back down. Push back to the end of the mat, take your hips up nice and high. And then just stepping forward with your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Drop that right knee down, or right elbow down, sorry. And taking that arm up, twisting over your front knee again. And again, dropping that elbow down to the ground. And coming up. And again, dropping that elbow down. and up. And last time, just dropping that elbow down and back up. Awesome. Place that right hand back down. Push back to the end of the mat. Take your hips up nice and high. Coming out into a straight arm plank. Dropping your whole body down to the ground. Push up through your chest. Bring your chest up off the ground. Keeping your hips nice and flat on the ground. Again, coming down towards the ground. And pushing up through your hands, bringing your chest up off the ground. And back down. One more time. Pushing up through your hands, bringing the chest up off the ground. And dropping back down. Awesome. Okay, so lifting back up, come up onto your knees. Take your knees nice and wide on your mat, feet together, and sink your bum down towards your heels, keeping your arms stretched out in front of you. Work your hands around to the left-hand side. Walk your hands back to the center and over to the right-hand side. Come back to the center again. Come up onto your hands and knees. And today, we're going to start off with some side bridges. So have a line to your side. Bend both your knees, place them one on top of the other. Bring your hips nice and far forward. Keep your body in a nice straight line. Take that top knee and just hold that leg up there. Okay, so we're just going to hold this for 30 seconds. 20 seconds. See how we go. 3, 2, 1. Now drop that knee back down. What we're going to do is we're going to hold there. We're going to rotate under. We're going to come back up into a star and then back down. Okay, so you're going to rotate all the way under. You're going to go up, leg up as well, keeping a nice strong bridge, and back down. A couple more of these. Last one, rotating right under and coming back up. Awesome. So switching on to the other side now. So just coming down onto that elbow, bend both your knees again, place one on top of the other, coming up nice and high, just lifting that top leg up. We're going to hold there for another 20 seconds. So just holding that bridge. Try and keep your whole body nice and straight. Don't bring that knee forward. Keep that in line. Shoulders in line with your hips, in line with your knees. Holding that position there. Okay, and done there. So again, like we did on the other side, we're going to get up into that position, that side bridge position. We're going to rotate under. Okay, so you're going to rotate under like that. Come up into that star and then back down. Okay, so we're going to do 30 seconds of that. So rotating right under, coming back up into that star and back down. Cool. Keep on going through. Last one, so rotating under, coming back up, out into that star, and down. Awesome. So roll back onto the original side. I'm going to start there again. Okay, so line on that original side, both your knees together, one on top of the other again. Coming up into that position. Now this time, just going to hold, and then we're going to drop down and back up. So we're going to do hip dips. Okay, so you're coming down and back up. So if you wanted to get your elbow a little bit closer towards you, so you're a bit higher up, and go. So just dropping down and back up. 30 seconds of this. And done. Awesome. So switching back to that second side again, I'm going to do the same on the other side. So just those hip dips. Okay. So getting your elbow nice and close, knees on top of each other, up into that nice high side bridge position. And go for it. So dropping down and back up nice and high. So really trying to get your hips up as high as you can when you come back up as well. Okay, keep it going. And done. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to do one more round on each side. Okay, so coming onto that left-hand side, coming right down onto that elbow. I'm going to test you a little bit. If you want to, you can stay here and just hold that position there. Going to open up with the arm as well, so we're going to hold that for 30 seconds. If you want to challenge a little bit harder, come up onto your foot. Okay, you're going to come up into that position there. Okay, so getting ready. Okay, so we'll do 30 seconds and go. It's actually a lot harder than you think, isn't it? Oh, that keeps slipping. Doesn't help when your mat keeps sliding from underneath your feet though. Hold it. Can't time at the moment. Yeah. And done there. Okay, so we're going to switch to the other side and see if I can get my mat to stay still for me. Okay, so switching back to that second side. Legs out straight or legs bent, depending on what you want to do. Coming up into that high position. And let's go. Hold there. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Awesome. Okay. All done from there. Okay. So I want you to have a line onto your back. I'm going to start with some glute bridges as well. Okay. So lying completely on your back. Both feet nice and flat on the ground. You're going to lift up. So we're going to engage the core first. So draw that tummy button in towards the ground. And slowly roll your hips up off the ground a little bit. You're going to lift up. Push your hips all the way to the top. And then I want you to roll back down, okay? So your bum should be the first thing off as you lift up. The last thing back down as you come back down to the ground. Okay? So once again, engaging that core. Should just roll the bum up a little bit. Lifting the bum all the way up. So rolling up that spine. Right up to the top. Dropping all the way back down. Okay, and again, engaging the core. Lifting the bum up. And rolling back. I'm going to do this a few times. So same thing, just rolling up all the way to the top and coming all the way back down. And again, engaging the core, lifting the bum up, rolling back down. And again, lifting the hips up all the way to the top and rolling back down. Okay, so I'm going to start off with some single leg glute bridges. So if you extend one of your legs straight up towards the ceiling or towards the sky, we're going to do the same sort of thing. So engaging that core, drawing that tummy button in, pushing the hips up nice and high. Okay, really engaging the glutes, pushing the hips up, dropping back down. Okay, so we can do 30 seconds on one side, we can do 30 seconds on the other. So lifting right up, back down. And again, lifting up, back down. Just nice and easy. Trying to really engage the glutes, push the hips right up towards the ceiling or towards the sky. Okay, and switching sides. So placing that other foot back down, reaching the other one up towards the ceiling or towards the sky. And again, up, nice and high, and back down. And done there as well. Awesome. So we're going to do another round on each side. Just give your knees a bit of a hug. Just roll your back out side to side. Just rolling like an egg side to side for a little bit. Yes, the old mat is slipping. It's great when it starts slipping around. Okay, so just rolling. Give your knees a bit of a hug. Roll side to side. Okay, so we're going to try that again on each side. So, starting off with that original side again. So lifting one leg up towards the sky. Okay, placing the other foot nice and flat on the ground. Engaging the core, drawing that tummy button in towards the ground. Should roll the bum up slightly. And engaging the glutes and pushing the hips right up to the top. And back down. And again, all the way up. Back down. Very sunny outside today, which is actually quite nice. Okay, a couple more to go. And done. So switching sides again. Switching your legs around, lifting up nice and high, and back down. Same thing again. Last one, coming up nice and high, and back down. Awesome. Okay, so have a lie on your side again, and we're just going to finish off with the glutes. Now side lying position, so you can either come right down onto your, well, you can come right down onto your arm like this, legs out straight, and from here what we're going to be doing, toes facing forward, you're going to draw a circle with your leg. The top legs are just going round in a circle. Can't really see that, can you? So from here, 10 seconds just going around one way. Okay, and then we're going to go around the other way for 10 as well. Okay, so leg up nice and high. Keep those toes facing forward. Keep your leg nice and straight with your body as well. And we'll go 10 seconds drawing a circle one way. Okay, switch directions now. And then hold at the top. And I want you to pulse at the top for another 10. And stop there. Awesome. Drop that leg down. Roll onto your other side. And we'll do the same thing on the other side as well. Okay, so once again, down to that nice long position. Okay, legs out straight. Toes facing forward. We're going to do the same thing again. Okay, so drawing a circle with your foot going one way. 10 seconds. Now switching directions to going the other way now. Okay, and at the top, just pulsing up and down for 10 as well. And done. Awesome. Okay, so have a roll onto your back once again. Just having a lie on your back. Give your knees a bit of a hug and just roll side to side once again. Okay. Straighten out your left leg. Bring your right knee a little bit closer towards your chest. Grab the top of your right knee with your left hand and drag it over to your other side. So drag it down to your left side. Okay, bring that right knee back up. Left knee up towards you as well. Drop that right knee down. Grab that left knee with your right hand and drag it down to your right side. Trying to keep both your shoulders flat on the ground. Okay, and coming back up. Awesome. So, come onto your hands and knees. I'm just going to do some more stretching from here as well. So, wrists right underneath your shoulders, knees right underneath your hips. Okay. So from this position here, dropping that chest as far down towards the ground as you can. Okay, so really just trying to drop through the chest. Keep your arms nice and straight. Pushing up through your chest, bringing that back up as high as you can. Again, dropping through that chest down towards the ground. Keeping the arms nice and straight. And then picking up through the chest. Pushing that back up as high as you can. Again, dropping down through the chest. Pushing up through the back. One more time, just dropping down through that chest, down towards the ground. And drawing up through that chest, up through the back as well. As high as you can through that back. Okay, so we're going to get on to the next part from here. So we're going to do some planking on this part here. So depending on what your wrists are like, you can either plank flat-handed or you can come up onto your fists. For those of you who might have them at home, using something like a dumbbell or something can always be helpful if you've got them on hand. But you just want to keep in a nice stable position. So have your wrists wrists underneath your shoulders. For this one is a straight arm and straight leg plank, so you want it to be in a nice long position here. What we're going to be doing is just slightly lifting your leg up behind you. Okay, so you're just going to be lifting up each leg, keeping them straight, just lifting your foot up off the ground. So from that position there, you're just wanting to lift up behind you. Okay, so just switching between it, we're going to do about 30 seconds of this. So lifting up each leg. Okay, so just lifting up nice and high. Trying to keep that stable as you're lifting, switching between the two. Okay, 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Drop down onto your knees. Just roll back onto your heels. Stretch those arms down in front. Okay. Going back up onto your hands and knees. I'm just going to do that once more. So nice, along with the feet, along with the legs, straight out behind you, forward a little bit. So from here, same thing again. Just lifting out behind you each time. Trying to keep that body nice and stable as you're lifting the leg out behind you as well. Try not to twist too much. Switching between the two. You're walking through. And done. Okay, dropping down onto your knees again. Stretch your arms out in front of you. Okay, so sticking with the planks, this time you can either do this on your knees or on your hands, depending on how you're feeling. So it's a plank walk, so we're going to do nice controlled, slower plank walk, so it's not a pace. Okay, so you're here, you're coming down, down, up, up. So same thing as if you're on your knees, just coming down onto your elbows, back up onto your hands. So I'm wanting you to keep that body nice and stable as you're going through. So you're just trying to keep nice and controlled. Okay, so you're not twisting too much through your body. I'm going to do that for about 45 seconds. So if you come up into that plank position, whichever one you want, either on your feet or on your knees, and we'll go from here. Okay, so just doing some walk, coming down onto your elbows, back up onto your hands. And again, down onto your elbows, back up onto your hands. So just doing about 45 seconds of this. You can just go on one side, so always using one arm to push off. We will switch it around. Or if you feel like one shoulder's getting too sore, try and do it both sides. So you're using both arms to push back up. 10 seconds left. And done. Give yourself a bit of a rest. Stretch those arms out in front of you as far as you can. Okay, so we're going to do that once more. Now, if you use just one arm, like I did, use one arm to push up, we're just going to try and use the other side this time. So we even it out between the two. We're not just putting too much pressure through one side and nothing through the other. So we'll give yourself another few seconds of rest. Just be stretching those arms out as far as you can. Okay, so coming up into that plank position. So straight arms, either on your feet or on your knees, and let's go. So dropping down. Try to keep that body nice and stable as you're going down between each walk as well. So keeping that body nice and stable, not rotating, not twisting through that body. And done. Awesome. Take your knees nice and wide, feet together. Sink your bum onto your heels, stretch your arms out in front of you as far as you can. Okay, walk your hands around to the left-hand side. Stretch to that right-hand side. Walk your hands back to the middle. And then over to the right-hand side as well. And stretch to the right. See if there's anybody else that's complaining about anything. Hey Rich, hey Sally. Good to see people turning up. Oh, Emma, you've joined in as well. Awesome. Okay, so just going to do just a couple more. So just coming onto your back now. So we're going to do some more core exercises now. So coming down onto your back. Okay, so just start off. Place both your hands on your legs, on the front of your thighs. We're just going to crunch up, taking our hands up towards our knees and come back down. Okay, so just crunching up towards your knees and coming back down. Running through that motion there. Try not to drag too much with your head and neck, making sure you're activating that core, bringing yourself up with your core, rolling back down. Okay, just another 30 seconds of this. I'm sure everybody's loving it right now. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and done. Now bring your knees up into that tabletop position. So about 90 degrees at the knees and 90 degrees at the hips. What I want you to do, just by activating that core, point your toes and you're going to drop your feet down to the ground, touch your toes, and then draw them back up. Just make sure that you're keeping your back nice and flat and you're activating that core. I don't want you to be feeling it through your back, okay? So nice and easy, just dropping those legs down, touching your toes and come back up. Now if 2 legs is too hard for you, just doing 1 at a time is fine, holding that other leg there at that tabletop position. Again, if even that's too hard, drop both your feet down, bring 1 of your legs up into that tabletop position, and you're just touching the toes down. Okay, so try and push yourself as hard as you can, but if it is getting uncomfortable, you can drop it down as well. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, and done. Okay, give your knees a bit of a hug, just roll side to side. Okay, we're going to do the same again. So both feet nice and flat on the ground, hands on the front of your thighs. We're just going to roll up and back down. 30 seconds of this. Three, 2, 1. Okay, bringing those knees up into that tabletop position. And again, pointing the toes, dropping the feet down, and picking them back up. Keeping a bit of a bend in those knees as well. So you're not bringing your knees in like that, trying to keep them at that 90 degrees. Dropping the toes down and back up. Okay, so 5, 2, 1, and done. Okay, give your knees a bit of a hug again. Roll out side to side. Sure the cores are well activated by this point. Probably screaming at you, but that's all right. We can deal with that later. Okay, so bringing those legs up into that tabletop position. But I also want you to take your arms up in front of you as well, like this. Okay, so from here, we're going to start off. So you've got 2 levels you can either do. You can either do that there, where you're dropping one arm and the opposite leg down to the ground, and then drawing it back in. Or you can go straight for the double arm and double leg, depending on how you're feeling. Okay, so again, trying to activate that core, keep that core engaged. Try not to arch through the back, so don't roll your back up off the mat. Keep your back nice and flat. Okay, we're just going to do 30 seconds of these, okay? So bring your knees up into that tabletop position, arms straight out in front of you, and let's go. So out and back in. Halfway down. I'm sure you love hearing that one. Okay. 2, 1, and done. Awesome. Give your knees a bit of a hug again. I know they could be pretty sore after this one. Okay, so just rolling side to side again. Okay, so we're just going to stretch out that core. So come up onto your butt, just rolling up, and then have a roll onto your stomach. I want you to lie completely flat on your stomach there. Place your hands nice and flat just next to your chest on each side. Push up through your hands, bringing that chest up off the ground, keeping your hips on the ground. And dropping that chest down. pushing up through that chest again. Bring the chest up off the ground, keeping the hips down. And dropping down. Again, pushing up through the hips. Sorry, through your hands, keeping your hips down. And back down. And one last time, just coming up. Holding there. Okay, engage that core and lift your hips up. Just rock back onto your heels. So stretching those arms out as well. I know the arms could probably need it at this point. Okay, so rocking back forward, coming onto your stomach. So we're going to do a little bit of thoracic extension before we do some standing up exercises. I'm sure you're all more excited about these ones. So I want you to bring both your arms up into that sort of hovering position just above the ground at 90 degrees at the shoulders. So just arms right beside you like this. You're going to engage your back. You're going to come up off the ground and come back down. Okay, so this one here is just going to get your back firing a little bit, especially since we're all working at our desks now. We are working. Okay, so coming up nice and high. Bring those legs up as well, so trying to come up and dropping back down. And again, coming up nice and high and back down. Awesome, so just rolling through this a few times. Ten seconds left. And done. Awesome. Okay, so just relaxing on the ground for a second. Okay, so bringing that chest up, coming up onto your knees. So just at the end of your mat, just kneeling there. What I want you to do is you're going to lunge forward with that right foot. So you're going to lunge forward with your right foot. Dig your left toe to the toes of your left foot into the ground behind you. You're going to push up into sort of a sprinter or a lunging position. What we're going to do is we're going to drop down nice and low, that back leg just to touch it, and push back up. So there should be a count of 3 down, just 1 back up. Okay, so let's try it. Let's give it a go. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, touch that knee, back up. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and back up. And again, coming down, 1, 2, 3, and back up. Okay, again, 1, 2, 3, touch knee, back up. Last time, so 1, 2, 3, and back up. Awesome. So come forward to the beginning of the mat. Come forward to the front of the mat, and then taking a step back. As there's somehow rain coming down off the windows there. Taking a nice long lunge. Left foot forward this time, right foot back, digging the right toes into the ground. Drop that knee down. 1, 2, 3, touch the knee and come back up. Okay, so again, dropping down 1, 2, 3, standing back up. And again, dropping that knee down 1, 2, 3, touch it and back up. So a few more times. Back up. And again, 1, 2, 3, back up. Last one, so dropping down 1, 2, 3, and back up. Awesome. Stand at the front of the mat again, and we're going to do the same on the other side. So we're going to switch around. We're going to give it a go on the other side now. Okay. So taking a nice step back with that left foot. Okay, into that lunging position. Dig those left toes into the ground. You're going to do the same thing again, okay? So this time, we're going to do 3 seconds down, 3 seconds up. So we're really going to delay it this time, though. Okay? So 1, 2, 3. Touch that knee. 1, 2, 3. And again, 1, 2, 3. Touch the knee. 1, 2, 3. And again, 1, 2, 3. Touch the knee. 1, 2, 3. And again, 1, 2, 3. Touch that knee down. 1, 2, 3. Last time. 1, 2, 3. Touch that knee. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Stand at the front of your mat again. We're going to switch around. So right foot back, digging those right toes into the ground. We're going to do the same thing again. Last set on this side as well. 1, 2, 3. Touch that knee. 1, 2, 3. And again, coming down. 1, 2, 3. Touch the knee. 1, 2, 3. And again, coming down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. One last one on this side. Coming down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Take a stand at the front of your mat. Okay, so we're just going to run through some stretching now. So stand at the end of your mat here. So come right back to the end of it. Take a nice long lunge forward with that right foot, dropping that left knee all the way down to the ground. Okay, so with the hips, push the hips under, just tucking your bum under slightly. With your left hand, I want you to come over the top and just reach into the side. Just trying to make sure we get enough stretching out of that left front hip flexor. So keeping that bum tucked under, so just under with the hips, stretching over to the side. Hold that there for a little bit longer. Awesome. Okay. So kicking that right foot out onto the heel. I want you to stretch down towards your toes, so just coming forward over that front leg. Trying to get a nice long stretch through that hamstring and the back of the knee. Okay, and we're going to switch sides now, so bring that right foot all the way back, place that knee down, step forward with that left foot. Okay, so same thing, tucking that bum under, pushing those hips forward. Take that right hand, stretch it over the top, the other side. Stretching right over, trying to get as much stretch out of that right hip flexor as you can. Holding it there for just a little bit longer. Okay, kicking that foot out onto the heel, stretching down towards your toes. Coming forward over that front foot. Holding as far forward as you can, really trying to get that stretch in your hamstring and the back of your knee. Awesome. Okay, so bring that left leg back. Both knees on the ground, both hands on the ground. Dig your toes in behind you. Lifting your hips up nice and high towards the ceiling, towards the sky once again. Just walk your hands back towards your feet. Just hanging down towards the ground, stretching your whole body out as you're reaching down. Take a nice deep breath in. As you're breathing out, I just want you to restack that spine. So breathe out and just roll back up nice and tall. Just putting that body together one bit by bit. Once you're at the top, just give your shoulders a bit of a roll. Give your head and neck a bit of a roll as well. And you're all done, guys. So that's all done for today. Hope everybody's enjoying the lockdown still and is getting out there and doing their bit, doing your best to keep your spirits high and get your daily sort of fresh air. Done the class outside today to get some fresh air. Probably look really red because it's horribly hot out here as well. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day and catch you again on Thursday. Cheers, guys. See ya.